If you haven't seen Link Click yet, you should definitely jump on the train right now. And if you've already seen it, well, I'm sorry. I'm in the same boat as you. Anyway, I watched this show when it first came out because I saw the main poster and I thought that the main characters looked pretty, which I think is totally fair, but let me give you some actual legitimate reasons why you should give Link Click a chance. Number 1, Link Click is one out of 2 stories about time travel where the time travel is actually done well. And if you're wondering, the second story is a German show called Dark, but that's a conversation for another time. I think what qualifies as a good time travel story is a time travel story that is not about time travel at all, which may sound complicated, but let's look at Link Click. In this show, time travel is nothing more than a tool to explore very grounded and very human stories. We don't focus on the time travel mechanics, and instead, we focus on the characters, on their relationships, on the themes, on some very important topics that reflect real life, and that's what makes the show so good. Number 2, the story of Link Click is pretty simple and easy to follow, but oh boy does it keep building. So the premise is that you have these two absolutely 100% straight guys who run a photo studio and they can access the past through photographs. This show takes this pretty simple premise and does some impressively horrible things to your emotions with it, which I believe is much more impressive than overcomplicating the mechanics of your story and then losing any meaning along the way. I also love how the powers just not get explained. These guys just have them and we just roll with it because, like I said before, this show is about very grounded human stories set in a fantastical world. One of my favorite episodes to this day is episode 2 of season 1, which was about two friends and their noodle shop. And this is a perfect example how Link Click is a good time travel show because it's not about time travel. Number 3. Link Click is a very emotional story, and I am talking about crying in every single episode levels of emotional. And while the show will absolutely traumatize you, but at the same time, there are so many lighthearted and wholesome moments, and the banter between the characters is great. Sometimes this show even reaches absolutely ridiculous levels, but somehow it never feels out of place, so I believe this show strikes a great emotional balance. Number 4. It doesn't matter if you prefer episodic storytelling or having a greater overarching storyline, because with Link Click, you get both. In some ways, the structure of Link Click really reminds me of the Apothecary Diaries, but that's going a bit off topic. Personally, I feel that this show is at its strongest when they explore those individual mini-stories. However, they succeed in naturally tying those separate stories into the greater mystery. I believe the key is that it doesn't feel forced because not every story is connected, but every separate story works on its own. Number 5. Speaking of structure, Link Click keeps reinventing itself with each new season, and it never feels repetitive despite having a pretty simple premise and a very consistent theming. I can't elaborate too much due to spoilers, but all you need to know is that the structure of Link Click is phenomenal. The mystery just keeps building and building, and it's honestly remarkable how every time you think you get the whole picture and that we are resolving stuff, things only get messier. Number 6. While the plot twists in this show are shocking, but they all make sense and feel foreshadowed either through specific plot details or through general theming of the story. It really feels like at least the general direction of the story was planned from the beginning. When new things get revealed, they feel just like new information given to the viewers because it's finally relevant and not like plot points that come out of nowhere, which is exactly what you want from a mystery show. Honestly, in my personal opinion, some parts of the show, especially in season 2, really suffer because of too many flashbacks and recaps, but overall, this is a show that has enough trust in its audience. They don't over explain things and they trust the audience to pick up on foreshadowing details or the main themes without spelling it out. Link Click also portrays some important life lessons, but it never shoves them in your face, which I believe only makes them more effective. The creators of the show are also masters of cliffhangers. I don't remember the last time I watched something where the ending of every episode makes it impossible not to click on the next one. And number 7, I think the general vibe of Link Click is amazing and it's a very enjoyable show. It feels modern, the animation is beautiful, there are some absolute bangers in the soundtrack of this show. They are not afraid to make some unique artistic choices from time to time, like changing up the art style, and I also want to highlight that Link Click has a surprisingly good action choreography for a non-battle show. And these are the main reasons, without getting into specific spoilers, why you should give Link Click a chance. I wish this show was more popular in the West because it deserves a bigger audience. I feel like many people overlook this show because it's a Chinese series and not a Japanese anime, but I believe that language should never become a barrier to experiencing great stories. So, really, season 3 is coming, the train is leaving, and I truly believe you should get on. Thank you for listening, and let's dive back in time. By the way, I am recording this before season 3 comes out, which I am super excited for, so you can probably expect a few more Link Click related videos in the nearest future. Okay, now seriously, bye bye.